This is Tush, and I welcome you to Tushalicious Talk, an Oklahoma City podcast for titillating women, tantalizing conversation. And I thank you in advance for allowing me to be your one-stop shop advocacy connection. Hello, everyone. This is Jackie, nicknamed Tush, and we are back on another episode of Tushalicious Talk. Today, I have Serina Freeman, who is the engagement manager and librarian at Almonte Library. So thank you so much for coming. And I invited her because the League of Women Voters of Oklahoma County, where I am the president, as most of you know, we do a community and coffee at Almonte Library once a month, mostly on the first Thursday. And I'm going to let Serina talk about how the idea came about and what our goals are for the community and coffee. And I think, didn't we actually change the name from community and coffee to something else?
Yes, I did. I think it's because of the kind of community coffee we're having in the sense. But yes, community coffee is a program that is likely had at many of our library locations. And so, but ours, we just renamed to Spill the Beans Community Coffee. And I also have an evening version of it called Here's the Community, because our community coffee, we wanted to take a different approach on it. We wanted to engage civically with our community. And so it's a come and go event where we share updates in the city council, anything that's happening in the legislature. And so thank you so much for agreeing to come out at our morning one, Spill the Beans. Yes, generally it is the first Thursday of each month. Our next one will be July 6th, taking place at a different location, but it will be had there at Trinity Lutheran Church on July 6th.
And I will be there.
Yes, wonderful.
So, and what about the one in the evening?
The one in the evening, I am still rescheduling. I don't know if many of our listeners know, but we had to temporarily close Almonte for a short period of time, and we plan to reopen a temp location before we move to our brand new building.
So it's closed right now?
It is. It is closed right now. Yes. Maybe I should have updated you before.
Yeah, update me now, though.
But yes, so we were leasing a purchase. And so our landlord had a tenant that, was looking at the space before because our brand new space is set to open at the end of the year. And so the tenant needed the space now. And so we had to close. Our last event was on June 1st. And so we were able to have an awesome summer kickoff party with 150 attendees. And then we have since moved a lot of our programming to other locations. Mm-hmm. So you'll see like our gardening programs taking place at the Bethany Library. Mm-hmm. And even some of our Science Museum Oklahoma programs have gone to Del City and War Acres, and Capitol Hill has been so wonderful in hosting our teen program. It is an Almonte/Choctaw Almonte/Capitol Hill versus Choctaw esports program. And so it is each community challenging each other. So as a way to engage and be a part of our summer reading theme all together now. So, even though this unexpected occurrence happened, we have been able to still bring the community together and still fall in line with that theme. So as a way to still hand out our take-home kits that we have scheduled all summer, we are utilizing the space at Trinity Lutheran Church on 5701 South May on Tuesdays and Thursdays as a way to give them out. You can sign up for summer reading. You can pick up summer reading prizes, mm-hmm. and as well as log points. And if you have any general reference questions, or if you need help sending your mobile prints to the online website, then we can help you do that before you go to any location, any one of our 19 locations to pick it up. So we're there. We're still here, in the community and want to serve any way that we can until we get our temporary location up and running.
Cool. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm glad that the church is helping you. Because I was wondering, and then I did actually mean to ask, like, if you would say a general synopsis of what the summer reading program is, not just for Almonte, but for the whole metropolitan library system. And then, yes, as you said, that Almonte closed, I was very interested in. So how are y'all? How's that working out?
We're humans and we have natural human, feelings. At the same time, we are keeping our focus on our prize, our building that is, it is still under construction and it is set to open at the beginning of the next year. So we will, we will try to find any way for our community to have access to us then. So but we're staying positive and, keeping our focus.
Yeah, that's what matters. Do you know the key points for the summer reading program?
Yes. So the summer reading program is a national initiative. And so this year's theme is All Together Now. And you can go to any one of our library locations to sign up, or you can download the Beanstack app and use your library card number to log in. You don't have to have a library card to participate at all, but if you want to be eligible for our grand prizes, then you will need a valid library card. And so the summer reading program is for each point, or for each minute that you read, you get a point. In addition to that, you can perform activities like going to library programs.
What other type of events are available for the summer reading program?
So the activities are various depending on the age group. So kids, early childhood. For early childhood, if you attend a story time, you get 5 points for attending that story time. And so, or any program. For adults, they range from recommend a book you love to a friend, and you can receive 5 points for that activity that go to your overall goal. And so each individual goal, if you reach 600 points, which is 10 hours, then you receive a prize. And our prizes this year we brought back our book bags, back by popular demand. Our book bags are one of the prizes you can receive, or you can receive 1 adult book or 2 juvenile books.
Like totally yours? You don't have to return it back to the library?
You don't have to return it. So you can either get books or a bag. And what's awesome about the program is if we continue to read after our goal has been met, then we can contribute to our overall community goal of 12 million points. And if we reach that, then we're able to donate books that will go to our recipient for Read It For this year, which is the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. So we're really excited and we really hope that we're able to meet that 12 million point goal. So, but one of the other things I did not touch on is, in addition to that, if you continue to read after your 600-minute point, then you get extra drawings into the grand prize drawing. And so each location will have a local prize drawing, which for early childhood, it consists of a play set. For children, teens, and adults, they're wireless headphones. And for the grand prize drawing, we have a prize pack play set for early childhood and or an Apple iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil for children, teens, or adults. Wow. So that's why it's important to have a valid library card in good standing attached with your account on Beanstack. But yes, we're really excited and hoping, our community does great at meeting goals each year. And so we're looking forward to that again this.
Cool. So I'm going to put myself in the hot seat here in just a second. But before I do that, will you tell us the website that people can go to to look at all the prizes and the summer reading program and so forth?
Yes. So if you head over to metrolibrary.org/summer reading, you can see all of the information that we talked about and even connect with your nearest location to see which one's closest to you. And so you can get signed up either in person or if you want to download that Beanstack app.
Cool. So hot seat.
Yeah, okay, we're in the hot seat now.
All right. So the first thing I will say is I am horrible about returning books to the library. So like at this point, I don't even check them out anymore. And my late charges are atrocious. Like I probably should be the last person partnering with the library because my late charges are horrible. But when I was doing the summer reading program, and that's how I ended up getting so many late charges because I would check out so many books. Because if you are a book reader, like I'm a book reader, it's like you hoard books. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And buying books is even worse. You'll buy 5, 10 books. And then 2 weeks later, you'll buy another 5, 10 books, knowing you haven't read the ones that you got last time. But it's a problem. And it's not just my problem. I promise you, this is a problem among book readers. Okay, so my point is that when I was doing the summer reading program, and I am going to do it again this summer, one of the things that was hard for me when I first started doing it was actually logging my minutes in. So if you will take a minute to tell people the easiest ways to log their minutes in, if there's a couple of different options and so forth, please.
Yes, there are several options. But I want to start with, library employees are the worst customers because same, Jackie, same. We all turn books in late and everything. But the beauty of it now is we do not charge for overdue fines anymore. So as long as you return items and they are in good condition, then there is no late fee for that at all. So please keep your books as long as you need, because we also have an auto renew system. And the only time an item does not auto renew is if it's on hold for another customer. But you have some time before your account goes inactive to return that item. I do not recommend that if you want to stay in a good standing. However, there is some leeway with some of that. But one of the things that was recently changed last year was there are no more overdue fines. So yay, no overdue fines. We have really streamlined and I don't know if I'm sure everyone, the process of summer reading has really been streamlined over the years. And so for people who are comfortable with technology, the Beanstack app really is one of the best ways to track your minutes because it has a timer there. You can even, if the ISBN code, like barcode on the back is not covered by one of our library system barcodes, you can scan that book and it will automatically pop up on your Beanstack app, and you can track what pages you read and during that time and how many minutes it takes you to do that. That would work. And it automatically calculates that into your Beanstack app. So, but for other ways, like if you wanted to come into the library, I would be more than happy to do that for you. Or one of our wonderful teen volunteers have access to also log your minutes. So it's as easy as a phone call to the library, or if you want to come on in, we would be more than happy to track your minutes for you and to show you to walk you through how to do it. But most importantly, as long as we are tracking your minutes, then that's all that matters.
Oh, cool. So I could just call up there instead of dealing with the app.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. I did not know that. Learned something new.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of my late charges I had, when y'all did have late charges, I was getting them deleted through the summer reading program. So it's nice to know that has changed. Yes. Yeah. So another thing I did want to hit on is TV reading, because you can actually get credit for reading with subtitles.
Yes. Like with subtitles, that is one of the things that people don't necessarily consider, because when we're talking about reading, we want to encourage all kinds of reading. So the adult age group has been kind of new over the last, I should have facts and exact times as a librarian for you, but it's been several years that we have that adults are able to participate in the summer reading program. And so whenever you're reading to your little one, that counts as points for you as well. But my favorite, because I'm more of and I'm probably hot seat now, Jackie, I am a librarian who prefers to read more articles and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I wish I was a fiction reader and things. So, but also I'm a subtitle reader. And when I found out that that does count toward your summer goal, it changed, how I look at literacy and things of that nature. So yes, if you are watching subtitles when you are watching TV, or if you have your subtitles on when you are watching TV, then that does count toward your goal. Just make sure you count the minutes of the show that you're watching or the movie that you would be watching from the start to the finish of the dialogue. Cool. So, but it's all an honor system, and we trust that you are, meeting your goal. Cool. To how it best suits your needs.
Okay. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was Libby.
Yes.
Which, anyone who's listening, if you don't know what Libby is, it is an app that is not very advertised because it is such a great app. It is a free app. And all you have to do is download it and have a library card. And this app is worldwide. It will connect to any library card around the world. And you are able to get audiobooks there. They have magazines. They have articles. Of course, you can have the, I'm going to say the real book, but it's on your phone.
Yes, it's digital.
Yeah. And then they also have it to where you can download Kindle books on there as well for free. And all of this is for free. As long as you have a library card, it is all for free. But my question is, what I didn't know is, so when I'm reading books on Libby, and I don't know if you'll know the answer for this, does it automatically calculate that as reading time for the summer program?
Unfortunately, the Libby app and the Beanstack app are not linked together.
Okay.
But I'm sure that they can work simultaneously together. So you can still use the timer out of the app. But unfortunately, they are not linked together.
Okay. No worries.
And if they are linked together, listeners, please let me know. And I'll make sure I give that correct information moving forward. But we also do have other apps that your library card works in for our streaming apps. So Hoopla and Canopy have lots of movies and shows that you can access with your library card as well.
Okay. And so Hoopla works in the same manner as Libby?
Yes.
Yeah. I will say that one of the things on Libby, I guess, I don't know if I could say this was a bad thing, but sometimes it will put you on hold. Even though it's a digital format, they only allow so many people to have it out digitally at a time. So you can end up waiting, 2 months, 3 months for a more popular book, but it'll automatically hold it for you. And if you have the notifications on your phone, then you'll get notified that, hey, this book is available, and it'll wait for I think a week or something.
Yes.
Before it gives it to the next person. So yeah, that kind of confused me. Even the audiobooks too. Why is there a hold on an audiobook?
Yes. For some of our titles, the publisher only allow, and I'm sure our collection development group can probably correct me on this too, but some titles, they only allow so many checkouts for certain titles. And so I know that our collection development does a great job about checking the holds list. And if there's a certain number per request, then they will add more titles to fulfill that need. I was also on a hold list for a book I had to read for work, and I was going to read it, but I have to listen and read it. That's why I'm a subtitle person on the movies. And so I was just going to read it, and then one popped up, and I think it's because they saw the list and it was just great. So I was able to access that when I needed it in a pinch. But we do have a process where they check that holds list. And this is also not the first feedback I've gotten on this. So I will be happy to share that because I know that we're always, even though our collection, one of our commission members last week had really praised how big our digital collection is. And so comparatively to other library systems, and it's true. And there's always room for, more.
Yeah. I thought I was the only one. Like, I'll actually buy a book. I'm big on buying books at Target for some reason. Like, I feel like they're just reasonably priced at Target. But I'll buy the actual book, and then I'll still download it on Libby or Scribe, the audio book, and listen to it while I'm reading the hard copy. So glad I'm not the only one that does that. So wrapping it up, I just want to talk about popular books right now. I'm going to say the two books that I'm reading right now are called Purple Hibiscus. And the author, it's an African author, Ngozi Adichie, I believe is how you pronounce it. And then the Davenports, that one just came out maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And I have the actual book at my house, but I haven't started reading it because it's on hold on Libby. By Crystal Marcus, or Marquise. It's probably Marquise. But yeah, so what are you seeing as a trend right now as popular books for adults?
For adults, true crime is always. It really is always. But for adults, mysteries are definitely, like, the mystery thriller are one of the ones that are commonly requested, and fantasy, is what I'm also seeing a trend in. But I'd be interested to hear what other adults in the community are reading and listening to as well. I'm one of the adults that likes to stick to young adult, I don't know, maybe that's where I got most of my leisurely reading in before I had to start doing it for a profession. But that, yes, I like to hit up some young adult titles too. So I encourage everybody to do that. They have a lot of good stuff in there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so very much for being here. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today.
Yes, thanks for having me. And listeners, head over to metrolibrary.org to check out any of our information, databases. We're going to have a fun summer. Every library in the system has fun events scheduled for you. So check them out.
Also, come join us on the first Thursday of every month at Trinity Lutheran Church off Southwest 59th and May. And then when the brand new Almonte Library opens, come join us for the grand opening. And where is that location?
At 2727 Southwest 59th Street.
Yep. Look for updates on the brand new Almonte Library. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Tushalicious Talk is part of the Breaking Ice, Building Bridges community podcast platform, brought to you by Possibilities, Inc.